You have described yourself as an anchor baby.
That's what they called me growing up, right?
Can you break that term down for people who don't know it, why you have embraced the dichotomy of it and why it can be an offensive term?
Well, I mean, it's a derogatory term for people who had children who were undocumented, had children in America to try to get citizenship, and so they would call the kids anchor babies. And, you know, like, the thing about immigration is, so, you know, they find so many ways to divide us, right? So when you think about immigration, they gave it a brown face, primarily a Central American face. My father is Dominican and was undocumented. And so they had me in Boston, and he still got deported. And I just think it's important for us to have a conversation about immigration, because when we talk about erasure of blackness, it exists in that too. And while we were talking about immigration and all the horrible things that were happening to immigrants on the border, there were Haitians and Africans who were being held in Mexico and in other places. And I just think it's important that we don't erase the blackness of people, regardless of where they are, because they belong to the tribe and they belong to us.
Yes, indeed. You and I were talking in the back about this new wave of nativist, not anti-immigrant per se, but anti-black immigrant things that are happening in black communities in America. And it's really terrible.
You know, it is, and I understand the pain of all black people, because wherever you are and you are of melanin, you are being mistreated. I've been to Palestine, you know, I've been to the continent of Africa, Asia, I've been all over the world, and I see, you know, I met Ethiopians in Israel that I could feel their pain and what they were trying to say. And I think that it's very important too, because I believe in reparations for the descendants of slaves in America.
Right, we have a unique justice claim.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I also believe in reparations for the people in Haiti from France.
That's right.
And the people in Aruba from the Puerto Ricans.
Everybody.
Been colonized twice, and they're on their way to the third time. But I just think that I cannot. You know, I'm Caribbean, and nobody gives me pride sometimes like Malcolm X, who is also Caribbean, Stokely Carmichael, people who spoke and fought here. And it pains me to see the division, because a lot of times, well, white supremacy doesn't need white people anymore, because we're doing a good job doing it to our
We are a global majority. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even work without us being accomplices.
Yeah, no, 100%. And if you're gonna shit on light-skinned black people, and then Dr. Angela Davis was on the front lines, and you have so many people, like, it's amazing for me. It's very painful for me to see how now we take each other down, and the enemy just has an opportunity to laugh at us and say, look at them. We don't have to do anything. They're canceling each other out.
That's right.
Because even when we were talking about this thing that's happening in Los Angeles, people going crazy on the internet, like they heard racism for the first time. But what doesn't change is the conditions of the people in this country. And there are a lot of people who have positions of power and visibility and platforms who are grifters and are also taking advantage of the pain of black people in the name of trying to help black people as well as brown people. And it's hard for me to watch, because it's a pimp game. They run it, buy my shirts, come see me talk, donate to my thing, and the people's conditions don't change.
That's right.
The only thing that changes is the lifestyle of the people who are speaking these things into the community. And it's painful, because I see it with comedy. I see it with actors. Everybody became activists. You know, don't fat shame, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? And they rich, but they haven't taken a walk in the hood in I don't know how long.
That's right.
And that hurts me.
That's right.
What we done started. Look at what we done started. This the people party. When opportunity knocking, then young nigga move that door. Whoa, get your foot stuck in it, call me young, go get it. Now you can't fuck with it, might as well roll with it. What's the word?